The Girls Club, 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 The Girls Club. It's my club and I'm a girl, yeah.
Hello and welcome back to the Girls Club. I'm your president, Emily, and I hope everybody is doing so well. Last week's club meeting hasn't even been a minute. It hasn't even been a minute. And I'll fuck that shit up at the beginning. Last week's club meeting was so positive, Polly, and that was just so fun. And I don't know, I just haven't felt that invigorated in so long. But I hope that everybody had a fun weekend and got to celebrate the good things that happened in our country last week, because shit has been bleak and that was like a good little win. But last week in the club meeting, we talked about how I was going to go to this like weird art dinner experience thing over the weekend. And I was like, okay, I'll report back after I go. Holy shit. Do you guys remember the Willie's chocolate experience? I think it was in Ireland. Hold on, let me look this up. Willie's chocolate experience. Oh, Scotland, my bad. I'm sure Irish and Scottish people get very annoyed when people mess it up. But Willie's Chocolate Experience was a disastrous, unlicensed event in Glasgow, Scotland in February 2024, promoted with AI-generated images that promise an immersive, dreamlike experience. The event was held in a sparsely decorated warehouse with minimal props, leading to widespread complaints from angry parents and children. The event went viral online, attracting global media attention for its failure to deliver on its promise. Okay, remember that. So essentially what I went to was a dinner version of the Willie's Chocolate Experience, in the fact that it was very much giving AI chaotic, underwhelming mess of an ordeal. And the joke was really on me because I paid $200+ for this. And was I the sucker? Yes. However, what I will say is everything is so expensive now. So like 10 years ago, I think this shit would have been like $100. But anyways, I digress. So I go to this thing. First of all, we get there and it's very weird because it's in a hotel. It's like in a restaurant. Let's come back to that in a minute. It's in a quote unquote restaurant in the hotel. Okay. The event was called 7 Paintings, right? If you go on the internet, if you go on their Instagram, it's like very much like a social media style experience where it's supposed to be this like immersive, interactive thing. And it takes you through 7 courses that are inspired by different artists throughout time, like Leonardo da Vinci, Andy Warhol, fucking Jackson Pollock, and others. Banksy, like I don't even remember all the other people that were a part of it. So you're going through this thing, right? And we get to this hotel. First of all, parking was a fucking disaster. On the website, it said you got free valet for the first like 4 hours or whatever. So when me and my friend got there, we both drove separately, and I got there and I realized I had no cash, so I couldn't tip the valet person. So I was like, I can't do valet because like that would make me feel so disgusting if I like got free valet and then didn't tip. I was like, nah, I'm an asshole. I can't do that. So I went to a parking garage down the street and I parked in this like fucking liminal space-ass scary dream parking garage. Like it literally felt like if you were having a horror or if you were having a nightmare and you had to dream of what was the creepiest like underground parking garage my brain could conjure up, it was this one. And I'm like, okay, perfect. So I pull up, I'm wearing a beret, by the way, because I was like, oh, it's art themed, so I'm gonna be fucking #art. Beret equals art. Like, I don't know, I can't explain it to you. You either get it or you don't. Beret equals art. Like, what can I say? Like, I don't know. Beret also equals mime, and it also equals French, and it also equals baller. So hashtag beret equals baller, babe. BBB. Guys, hashtag BBB in the comments. Hashtag beret. Well, actually, it would be beret equals. So that would be E baller. Wait, where did I get BBB? I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so I'm in this nightmare garage. Okay, so had to park there. Scary. They had an elevator, and I was like, I'm not taking that shit. Like, I'm taking the stairs. So I walk up this stairwell of this fucking scary ass garage, and then I walk out of it, and I'm walking around the corner to this hotel that the restaurant's hosted in. So I go in the hotel, and it's just like a lobby of a hotel, and there's no signs or anything, like no signage at all. So I'm kind of like, I get in there and I'm kind of like immediately like, am I at the wrong fucking place? Because I don't know, like there was no signs like, oh, 7 paintings is over here. So then I go up to the concierge and I was like, hi, is this the right hotel for the concierge or for the concierge? She's like, babe, every hotel. Is this the right hotel for the 7 paintings dinner thing? She was like, oh yeah, they'll come down and get you when it's ready. And I was like, oh, okay. And they're like, so I was just sitting in like the lobby area and it was very awkward. And then my friend finally got there. We were sitting together and I guess they came down to get everybody, but they didn't make an announcement or anything. It was just like some man walking around like fucking like a shepherd in the night trying to like get all of the fucking disciples and be like, come with me, children. But he did never say like, hey, this is for 7 paintings. So me and my friend are just sitting there like, oh, what the fuck's going on? Like, should we follow them? I don't know. And then they just like walk away towards the elevator. And then the lady at the concierge is like, oh, you can go with them. That's for 7 paintings. I was like, oh, okay. So we get in the elevator, we go up to like, I don't know, a floor. Hashtag floor. So we go up to the floor or whatever. We get off the elevator and there's just like no communication happening. It's just like, all right, go ahead. And you just like, it's just a dark fucking hallway with just like, it's like mirrored glass, but it's just black and you can't see anything. I'm like, where the fuck are we going? Like, this feels so wrong. Like, this clearly isn't a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got to some random floor of this fucking hotel. All the lights are off and we're in a weird dark hallway. And we're like, okay. And one of the people who was like another guest was like looking around, was like, I guess we just keep walking in. I'm like, guys, this is how horror movie starts. Like, this is just whatever. So we walk in and we turn the corner and it is just like, it looks like I'm at like a business conference and there are 2 big projectors up and a bunch of fucking tables and like, oh, I can't even explain how just strange this was. So the room that they put us in was clearly like an event space that they had just like curtained off to create like false walls to make it feel like more small and like intimate. But it was literally just giving like conference room. Like, I'm like, this is just like a mixed like use space that the hotel definitely rents out for like, you know, business conferences or like maybe wedding receptions. Like, I don't know. And so we're like, okay, this is weird, whatever. So it's clearly not like where we are is not a restaurant. Okay, keep that in mind. So we sit down and we're just like, what the fuck? There is easels at the end of each like row of tables that have a picture of Mona Lisa's face projected on it. Mind you, projectors play a very large role in this whole thing. There's projectors from the ceiling pointing down at your like plate and they display like video and shit. Oh my God. So we're sitting there and me and my friend are like, okay, this is weird, but like whatever. Like, we're here for the weird vibes. We're like trying to lean into the experience, have some fun. The people who sit next to us are this couple that, like, you guys, the night was horrible. The event was stupid. It was a waste of money. However, these people that I met, it was the first time in so long, I guess, that like it felt like meeting people in the wild, like community building kind of thing, because the tables, there had to be 4 people at a table. Since me and my friend only were 2 people, there was 2 other spots. So they set this couple next to us across from each other. Me and my friend were across from each other, but we're all at the same table, right? So it forces you to have conversation with the people you're sitting next to unless you want to be like a weirdo and just like not acknowledge their presence, right? So we start chit-chatting, whatever. Like they were a little bit older than me, my friend. They were born in 1981 and we are born in 97. So like, you know, different generations, but like y'all know me, I'm obsessed with millennial like pop culture. So like I am like, me and this girl are like, we're vibing. She goes, oh, 81. And I go, oh, the OG millennial. She was like, yes, girl. Everybody always associates 81 with Gen X. I go, no, because Britney Spears is 81, Beyonce is 81, Timberlake's 81. She's like, oh, you know, all of them are born in 81. Look at you. She's like, I know I'm going to like you. And I was like, yes, girl, I know I'm going to like you. Because she's talking my language. And then this is the best thing when you're out in the South, because you never know. You know, you never know who you're going to be rubbing shoulders with and who's going to be beside you. Like, you kind of have to like test the waters by like saying stuff and see like how they respond. What I mean by that is like, you don't know if you're going to be seated next to a conservative, bigoted freak, right? Like, I didn't know the vibe. This was a white couple, millennial, like, I couldn't tell. They were dressed very much like everybody else. So it's like, it's so hard. You never fucking know until you know. And she was talking about how they went to the Sabrina Carpenter concert like the night before. And I was like, okay, we're getting warmer in terms of like, are we the same type of person? Or is this going to be like a bit weird, you know, when I like make jokes about, you know, Donald Trump or religion or whatever. Like, I got to test the waters, right? And so I don't know, we were talking about something and then she's like, oh yeah, we went to Sabrina Carpenter the other night. And like, I told him, talking about her husband, like, hey, just, this is the vibe of it. Like, it's a girls' night. So like, it's going to be all about the girls and like a man dies in every one of her music videos. So like, I don't know. She's like, I just don't want you to feel like you have to be there or whatever. And he was like, oh, well, I'm one of the girls. So like, I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, as men should. Like, and he was talking like this. Y'all, this man was like the epitome of like a white redneck blue collar guy from the South. I did not expect him to be like this at all. Okay. We learned the backstory of these people. And I have to tell you their backstory because you guys, it gave me so much hope as somebody who's like, I'm going to die alone probably because I hate men right now. And like everything that men do pisses me off. And like, I just cannot see myself meeting a man that like checks my boxes that I'm willing to like take seriously. Hashtag misandry. Hey, am I right? So we're talking to this couple and she goes, yeah, so, you know, I had basically like given up on meeting somebody because she was like, I was in my late 30s. And I just was kind of over it. I was over the dating apps. I was over like trying to meet people. I was over just like putting myself out there only to like meet losers who like didn't, you know, treat me the way that I wanted to be treated and blah, blah, blah. And he had been in a marriage before when he was really young, had a kid who is 19 now. So he was kind of like in the same boat in the sense of like, I'm just kind of giving up on love. Like maybe I'm just meant to like do me the rest of time. And they were both okay with that. Like they had both kind of come to terms with the fact that like they loved themselves enough to just like do that for forever. And I guess they had met each other at work because she worked in like the financial side and he worked in the like service side. So like it was like a plumbing company, I think, or something. And so like, yeah, he worked on like the actual like service delivery and then she was like on the finances. And he said that he was just like enamored with her and her like work ethic and how intelligent she is and like how like, you know, she just like seemed like she had it all and like was like he was like admired her as a human being and like who she is and where she was in life and like all of these things. And I'm just sitting there, you guys, I'm listening to these people tell their like love story of how they met and I'm just like, oh my God, like to hear a man speak like that about a woman and not the first thing be like, she was so beautiful. I loved her ass and like, you know, all the guys wanted her. It was like, no, her intelligence was just something that I was so attracted to. And like, I'm just like, oh my God, like, wow, this is crazy. Anyway, so they meet at work, whatever. It's kind of like nothing really happens until they both were like, hey, we like each other, whatever. So they started dating. They only date for like 3 months. And then they're like, should we just get married? Cause like they fucking knew. They're like, I know you're the one. I know you're the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Like, I had this feeling like you're just like, this is it. Should we just get married? Cause like, why the fuck not? And like, we're both grown-ups. We don't have like, you know, it's not like we're like, I don't know, maybe we need to mature more and think this through. It's like, let's just do this. So they just go to a courthouse, do a courthouse wedding. Cause she's like, I don't need like a big wedding or whatever. Y'all see what I'm saying? Where I'm like, what is this, the future me? Is this me in the future? Like, oh my God, this is crazy. And so she's like, we just had a courthouse wedding, like blah, blah, blah. And then we started our own business together. And we feel like that makes us even better partners because we can truly empathize with each other because we understand completely like what each other go through every single day. And like we pick up the pieces where like when one person needs something, the other person like makes up for it. And there is no like animosity or anything because we both completely understand like what each other do day in and day out and like the responsibilities necessary to like keep up the home and like to do the taxes and to take care of the dogs and like all this stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God, you guys, I'm freaking out. And then the guy's talking about, he's like, to us, because he's like, oh yeah, you guys are so young. And like, I wish I knew back then when I was y'all's age that like, this is so young, you know? Because he's like, everybody tells you like, once you turn 30, like life is over, blah, 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 like you're old and whatever, which we know that's not true, you know? But he was like, I was believing it, right? Like I'm a divorced dad and like my kid is, you know, like his kid's 19 now. So like he had his kid pretty young. So he was just feeling like kind of like, you know, life was kind of had stopped. And then he met this woman who's like opened up his world more than he could have ever known. Like she was like obsessed with traveling and like understanding other cultures and food and seeing the world. And it was so important to her that like he sees the world too. And his son, like she's like planning trip, like I don't know, I guess she like found out like his son had never been to like San Francisco before. And she was like, what? You've never been to San Francisco? Like stuff like that. And she's like, well, we're going. Like, she's like, every 2 months we're traveling, we're going to do something because, you know, the world is so big and people get so obsessed with like the nitty gritty of like the ins and outs of like, you know, maintaining a home and raising a family. And she's like, and we have the privilege because his son is, you know, 19. He's like, I think he's in the military or something. So he doesn't live with them full time, right? Because he's like out doing that. And then she doesn't have any kids and like isn't gonna have any kids. And so she's like, we have the freedom to kind of just do whatever we want. We own our own business, like, you know, whatever. And not that it's always easy, but like, you know, we've created a life for ourselves that allows us to do all these things. And like, she was just so eloquent when she spoke, but she still was so Southern where it's like that's the type of Southern that like gets so overshadowed by all of the fucking bullshit bigoted freaks that also live here. Like she is just such like it was like I understood what he was saying. I'm like, I'm falling in love with your wife, like just listening to her talk. And we started talking about like politics and stuff. And this is where I kind of got scared because like, y'all, I didn't know, like you can never tell. Anyway, so she starts talking about politics and she's like talking about how it's just so frustrating a lot of times, like, you know, rubbing shoulders with people in the South and them talking about politics and being like, oh yeah, like I voted for Trump because of his policy, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I would rather you just tell me that you're a fucking racist, homophobic weirdo. That way, at least I know you're telling the truth than to say that his policies were the reason you voted for him. Cause she's like, girl, what policies? Like, you're just a racist freak. Just say that, you know? And I was like, oh my God, T. And then she goes, he's never voted in his whole life. He's never voted in a single election, except this year was the first time he voted, and he voted for Kamala because of her. Let the women do the motherfucking work. I'm telling you, it takes one intelligent woman, one fucking woman who does not put up with bullshit, who does not like let the racists exist in her presence, who does not let the bigots exist in her presence. One woman who knows what the fuck it is that she wants, knows like, you know, how to do life on her own, how to make money, how to like appreciate the world. That's all it takes. It takes one. It takes a man meeting one woman like that to just fucking blow up his life and just like fucking become intelligent. I swear to God, it's like, because at the end of the day, if like you think about it, it's like she educated him. And it's not a woman's job to do that. That's not what I'm saying. But it's like, it's so attractive and it's so magnetic when you see somebody who is out there like being the best version of themselves that they can possibly be for the world. And it makes you want to be like that. You know, it's like every big political figure who has like really gotten together, like actually truly built community, not the way like MAGA has built a community in a completely opposite way, right? It's like cult. That's like a cult. That's not like a true like free will following of that. That's like a low IQ, you know, indoctrination into some bullshit following. But like I'm talking about like, you know, it's like magnetic. People want to be around people like that. And like MLK had that, you know, like Malcolm X had that, freaking Gandhi had that, Jane Goodall, like all of these people had that, like Steve Irwin, honestly, like this like magnetic thing about them that made people just like trust them and look to them for, you know, answers or support or whatever. And anyways, all that to say, this freak ass dinner that I went to that was fucking weird, AI bullshit. For a dinner that was supposed to be all about art and whatever, the whole thing was AI. The fucking voiceover was clearly AI.
Oh no, ignore him.
No, you can hear me.
The animation we were looking at was clearly AI. It was all AI and it pissed me. I think that over anything, over the shitty food.
I don't know why I was expecting it to be a bit more.
Over the bad service, over the stupid whatever.
Use the colors.
They haven't hurt you? Whippets.
It's all about the money now. I will cook 7 of the greatest paintings in the world. Show the whole world your art.
That pissed me off more than anything. It's the audacity for this event to be about art, yet it was the antithesis of what art is. Because it was all made by a fucking code in a computer. And that pissed me the fuck off. That pissed me the fuck off. But anyways, so I met those people. They're amazing. We exchanged numbers. We're in a group message now called Weird Dinner. And I'm like, we're going to start going to like weird dinners and other like cool stuff around the city. But it's like, I feel like I met like a big sister. I don't know. She was awesome. So shout out to her. Like, I don't know. It literally takes one person like that to make you feel like there's hope in this world for me and for just like society at large. I'm like, oh, okay. It's not as dark and dreary and dull as I like previously thought it was. So anyways, I don't know. I just had to tell you about her because like women are just so fucking amazing. And like every single day, I just feel so lucky to be a woman, even though as hard as it is to exist as a woman in this world, when it feels like everything's against you. It feels like no matter what you do, you're objectified. It feels like, I don't know, it feels just like really gross and bad and horrible and doomsday a lot of the fucking time. But I really would never trade it for anything because like it also is so amazing. It's like I get to experience things that like a man would never. Like I get to have friendships that are so deep and meaningful with people I just fucking met because that's just how girls are. We just have this like connection with each other and like we get each other, we understand each other, and it's like, I don't know, women are just fucking incredible. And so with how horrible it can feel to be a woman sometimes with just the way the world is structured, I genuinely would never, ever, ever trade places with a man. Ever. All right, do you guys like the way that the podcast or fucking do you guys like the way that the like studio or what is this called? Clubhouse? Yeah. The clubhouse is set up. I kind of like switched it up a bit with the lighting. I toned down the lighting a lot, and like, I don't know, I'm kind of vibing with it more. But I can't tell until I edit it because I'm just looking at my little viewfinder over here. Hager. But I don't know. I watched a lot of videos this weekend about lighting and audio recording and all this stuff because at my job, I'm currently building a bit of a production studio. Yeah. So I'm doing big girl things, but before I could buy all the stuff to do that, I had to learn how to fucking use it. And so I'm trying to do the best version of that with the shitty fucking Amazon equipment that I have for myself because I don't have any money to buy good stuff. So also big news, you guys, I did film the majority of my video that I talked about last week. I'm so fucking excited. I think it's gonna be so good and so fun. The script for my intro was like, she ate. Yes, I did call my brother and read him the entire script, and he kind of sat there like, okay, why'd you call me? I literally like read for like 7 minutes this intro script out loud, and he was like, oh yeah, that was good. Why'd you call again? I'm like, because I just wanted to tell you. Because I love ya. I love ya, brother. Hug me, brother. Drake and Josh, so good. Oh my God. So today at work, we were talking about, oh wait, rewind. So that being said, that video will be coming out. I'm putting this out there because this is how I'm going to hold myself accountable because I'm realizing I need a due date. I just was like, that's how I work. That's how it's going to work. That video will be coming out next Friday, the 21st. So mark your calendars. Well, no, it's not my first. I posted a vlog one time. It's kind of bad, but I was like, I'll make a vlog. I think it was like 16 views. So shout out that vlog. My first like real scripted, fully fleshed out YouTube video will be up on November the 21st, right before everybody travels for Thanksgiving and stuff. So give you something to watch when you're home at your parents' house and you're like, oh God, I need to escape reality. Come join me over on YouTube. With that being said, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe right now. Hit that button. Hit that bell. La da 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 da. Doopy doopy doo. Remember back in the day on YouTube where they're like, smash that like button. Hit that bell. Subscribe. Apparently it makes it, apparently I never been on live television before, and apparently it does make a difference if you say that, because Big Brother is always fucking watching and Daddy YouTube is always listening. So if you say like subscribe, I guess that helps, but I think it's not really YouTube. I think it just helps people who are watching, who like watch week over week, be like, oh yeah, I'm not subscribed, I should just subscribe. So subscribe please, thank you. I will say my subscriber number last week was on 666. The devil is in the details, ladies, and 666 is the number of the devil. I think 666 is also my angel number. I don't know what an angel number really means, but I did do something one time where it was like, you put your birthday and shit in, and it was like, your angel number 666, and I was like, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Why would it be just like a normal cute number? Why wouldn't it be 666? So 6666. That Drake song. Remember? Summer 16. What a time to be alive. Oh, so at work today we're talking about on like Disney and like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network shows, like when they would like make up like kids cuss words, and I was like, dude, that was like so fucking something so freeing about saying the F word. I know that people like get annoyed about cussing and stuff, but for me, like genuinely, I use that thing in front of everybody. Like I'm not one to like really filter myself unless I'm talking to somebody's like parents I've never met or like grandpa or whatever. But like at work, I'll be dropping the F-bomb in every meeting that I'm in. I'd be saying like some crazy shit, but like everybody at my job talks like that. And so it's like, it's so refreshing to just be around other people who just cuss and shit, because like it feels so good when you do it. I love cussing. I love saying bad words. I love just being a person who can say the fucking shit. And truly, it feels so amazing. I don't know what that Icelandic maybe accent I was trying to do. I don't know. It's so good, but oh my God, I keep forgetting what I'm saying. Also, last week on the video, somebody commented that they thought I was doing drugs, but then they realized that that was just my personality. And I was like, so I'm fucking entertaining and awesome and super like fucking shit and fucking shit. That's so cool though. That's so cool though. I'm just high on life, brother. I'm really not. I just have ADHD very badly. And people who like heard, they're like, oh yeah, I have ADHD, la 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 la, and but they're not like actually diagnosed and like not actually medicated for it. I'm like, no, because the way that like I'm very insufferable when I do not take my medication. Yeah. And y'all get me on my meds. That's the thing. That's the thing that people don't realize is like, you get me on my meds. If you catch me off my meds, like my roommate multiple times has been like, did you take your medicine today? I'm like, no, I'm just kind of letting the spirit run free, as they say. She's like, yeah, we can tell, babe. We can tell. You haven't shut the fuck up for like 6 hours. My parents, when I'm home, they're just like, oh my God. It's like, I think also since being on meds for the last like however many years, it's like whenever I don't take it, now it's very obvious because like before I was always like that. So there was no like up and down to like my energy, I guess, or my aura. But now that I do take it, it's like whenever I do take it, it's very obvious compared to when I don't, because when I don't, it's like, you think these conversations are fucking random and all over the place and I can't finish my thought? Girl, it's like talking to a fucking chihuahua with a fucking cotton candy high that just fucking snorted cocaine when I'm like not medicated. Shit's crazy. You wouldn't survive a day in my brain. So we were talking about Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. And we were talking about how they like made up their own cuss words for their shows. And that is like the funniest shit ever. And we were trying to remember like all of the cuss words. And the Nickelodeon one for pee was like, when I have to go pee, it's like, take a waz. Like waz was huge on Nickelodeon. If they were talking about pee, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, gonna go take a waz. And it was always like the quirky character who was like, or like the badass, like Sam Puckett in iCarly, the queen of say like waz. I'm gonna go take a waz. Like very just like, oh, she's not like other girls. She's fucking punk rock and sick as shit. Like cool. And then chiz was huge. Instead of saying like shit, like it wasn't shiz, it was chiz, because it was like they couldn't say like shiz because it sounded too much like shit. So they're like, let's just show like a ch sound in front of it. So like chiz. That was big. One of my coworkers said gank instead of skank, and I was like, I don't remember that. So that must have been after I left the kids shows, because like I do not remember gank at all. What was another one? Oh, we were talking about like a regular show on Cartoon Network when they would say like pissed off, and we were like, naughty, saying pissed off and shit. Like pissed off on a cartoon show for children is crazy. Like in my opinion, I was like, they might as well said the fucking F-bomb. And they would say freaking all the time, or frick. That was big on Cartoon Network. Not so much on Disney or Nickelodeon. I feel like that was kind of a no-no over there. But Cartoon Network were testing the boundaries because they already had Adult Swim at night, you know, which was like very much PG-13. And so like I feel like Cartoon Network had a bit more freedom because they did have kind of like a quote edgier audience, or at least an older audience, which is ironic because it was like cartoons. However, I think because they didn't really have like child stars hardly, like they hardly had any shows that had like real people in them because it was the Cartoon Network. Hello. So they didn't have to like filter their language around like children, really, if that makes sense. And a lot of like adults watched those shows because they were made kind of for teenagers, I guess, and like the anime kids. Fucking rock on. And so I don't know, but we were just talking about that. And then I started talking about when Nickelodeon started saying, oh my God. I think it was Drake and Josh was probably the first show where they said, oh my God. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. Because I mean, growing up in the South, very religious like area, right? So the Bible Belt, babe, is what it's called. Like nobody's taking the Lord's name in vain, honey. Nobody. It's oh my gosh, oh my goodness. Which is crazy because I feel like substitutes for cuss words might as well be like just say it. Just say it. So that was crazy for me because when I heard that, I was like, oh, well, if iCarly is saying it, if Megan from Drake and Josh is saying, oh my God, I can say, oh my God. So I did. My parents did not like that. But I was never really like punished for cursing. Not that, oh my God is a cuss word, but like I was never like punished for saying stuff like that. Except my grandma to this day believes that like she is like so incredibly old school when it comes to vocabulary and is so against like cursing and crude language at all. She's like the type of person who's like, I have never talked to her about anything like quote bad in my whole life. Like I don't think this woman even knows that my mom and dad have had alcohol before, like type shit. Like she's just very much like my parents do not like nobody like I love her down, but the version of me that she knows, girl, that is not me. That is the skin sack of a fucking human that has never existed that I have just shown you, right? Because it's like, I think I would send you into a coma for like eternity if you like knew the way that I spoke. And like, especially this shit, girl, if she knew what the fuck YouTube was, that will give her a heart attack if she saw that I was out here making videos like talking my shit for years, babe, for years. I'm scared the shit out of her. So I love her down, but she like literally doesn't even say the word P if you like have to, you know, do a number one. She thinks it's like crude and inappropriate. I'm like, girl, it's 3 letters, P-E-E. I got to take a piss. It's not like I'm saying, hey, I got to go take a piss or a waz. It's like, no. So people are always like, okay, then what does she say? What does she say? I have to say tinkle or wee wee. You know how humiliating it is to refer to a number one as a wee wee? I got to go wee wee. Girl, I'm 28 years old saying wee wee at my grandma's house. Love you down, Becky. Of course her name's Becky. Of course it is. Becky. Not me doxing my grandma. You will never find her. You will never fucking find her. Anyways, love that bitch. She's crazy. She's a hoarder. I need to do like a documentary about this woman's like the things that she has. You would not believe it. Like people always think of hoarders and they think of like the gross, scary version where it's like you can't walk in the house because there's like feces on the floor and like trash and like all the shit. No. I got a demure hoarder for a grandma. She's very demure about it. Very cute. Very like, it's a secret I'll never tell. It's like you go in her house, right? First of all, not shit has changed since 1973, bitch. You walk in there, it is like a fucking time machine. You are transported. And there's very, very, very few pieces of technology that like are quote modern. And even that is like the newest shit that she has in there was probably made in like 2007. Okay. So it's not new, but it's like not 1970s, right? So you go in her house. And it's just so 70s. Like the living area is this just like wide open room, couches, every piece of furniture is pushed against the wall, right? And then there's just massive space in the middle where there's just nothing there, but not a coffee table in sight. There's 2 rocking like lazy boy-esque recliners with little side tables, 2 couches on the opposite walls of like brick fireplace and the tiniest TV of all time. Because like these, you know, at this time, like when this house was made, they built it, TV was not a thing. So like you didn't have like the family room was not like the TV room. It was like the conversate and, you know, do charades and read and shit. So like the middle area is so open. And like growing up, me and my cousins, we would always just like play in there while the adults just like sat around in a circle. Like, I don't know, fucking ring around the fucking Rosie or some shit. There's like a cool ass record player like from, I don't know, maybe the 60s. Like I'm telling you, this shit is old tech. Then you look at this like built-in bookshelf thing. Not a millimeter of space between all of the books and just bullshit on there. Okay. So that's what I mean. She's an organized hoarder. It's like you look at it, it doesn't look out of place. Like it fits the aesthetic of the room because you're like, oh, okay. Like it's kind of giving like if this bitch was like my age in the era that we're in right now, she would be a blind box aficionado. She would have the most insane fucking collection of like just bullshit, right? She would have every plastic trinket you could ever get your fucking hands on. Like that is just the type of person she is. So you look at this wall, it's just covered head to toe in magazines and in books and photo albums, like hundreds of photo albums and books and like just so much stuff, little tiny tchotchkes and like trinkets and like all of this stuff, like all up and down all that, okay? Then you go into the kitchen. The kitchen is like not shit has changed since 1970. Like her oven is like a green, olive green, like 70s style porcelain, like stacked oven. And then the stovetop is like matches that. It's like to the left of that. Like linoleum floor, fucking wood paneled walls that come like halfway. No, wait, the wood in the kitchen goes all the way up the wall. So it's just full wood panel kitchen. Like you guys, when I see people like find these old houses and like restore them, or not restore them, they like just millennial grayify them and like take all this shit down, it destroys me because I just think of my grandma's house and how her house, the way that it is right now, is quite literally like my dream home. Like I would do anything to have that house not in the place that it is in, because where it is, I would never in a million years want to live there. But that house is like, it's everything. It's huge too. Also the fact that like literally they were able to build this house and my grandpa had one like fucking blue collar job. Actually, it wasn't like a blue collar job, but it was like he was essentially like a like secretary for like his uncle or something. Like, I don't know, like worked for a bank or something. And like, but he never went to college. He never like he had like a high school education, like got this job, got like an amazing like pension package and like whatever. My grandma never fucking has had to work ever. I think she had like one job and she was like a fucking waitress kind of thing, but it was like she was a car hop. That's what it was, at like a diner that you like, or a drive-in. I don't know, fucking diners, drive-ins, and dives, fucking Guy Fieri, get your ass out here, let us know. So yeah, she did that. And anyway, so they're able to like build this house. It's technically 3 stories because there's like a basement, but it's more of like, it's not like you could make it livable, but it's definitely just more of like a storage kind of thing. It's finished, but it's just like a storage, like they just use for storage. And me and my cousins used to play down there. But yeah, it's just like their whole house is just so fucking iconic and I'm so obsessed with it. And yeah, it's so cool. It's like, and what's so funny is when I was little, I was always like, so like, I don't know, like I thought their house was lame because it was so quote old. And now that I'm older and I appreciate the fact that they didn't change anything, like my mom's bedroom is the exact way that she left it. My uncle's room, well, he technically has 2 rooms there because he had one when he was like a kid and then one when he got older, he like moved upstairs. Both of the rooms are the exact same way that it was. And my aunt's rooms, like they're twins and they had a bedroom that they shared. And I think that when my mom moved out, the sisters got their own rooms because the boy got his own room. So like everybody had their own room after my mom moved out because she's the oldest. But my grandma like put everything back the way it was when they were children. So it's like my aunt's bedroom still has 2 twin beds. Okay. All of the wallpaper is the exact same. Like all of the like furniture and the design, like everything. They still have their shadow boxes in there from when they were kids and like collected little things and like all. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. But yeah, I don't know. But she's organized hoarder. So if you open a closet or you like open a drawer, you cannot get into the closets because they're just like, from the moment the door shuts, full of just everything, like clothing, shoes, like that woman has more clothes than I really don't even understand either, because all of her clothes look the fucking same, but I don't think I've ever seen her wear the same thing. Does that make sense? Like she probably has like if there is like a certain type of shirt, she has every single version of that shirt. But at the same time, she's like, she doesn't spend money. So it's like, it's all from like TJ Maxx or like she's never bought anything like very like quote nice. So I don't know. It's just insane. So she is just such a hoarder. Like every drawer, like one time I was opening one of the drawers because I love to just go to her house and just like look through the shit because it's literally like getting transported in a time machine. I was like looking through the drawers and there was literally like a drawer full of all of the tags off of clothing that like had the, like, you know when you get a shirt that has like a button on it and they like put that on the tag in like a little bag. It was like a whole drawer full of those, of like every button plus the tag of every article of clothing that she's ever purchased that has that in that drawer. There's like a whole drawer of like old passports that she's never gotten rid of from like from fucking forever ago, from when she was like 50. She's 80 now. So it's like stuff like that where it's like, oh my God, why do you have all this still? Like, or like every receipt ever, like of all time, like she has kept it. And like pieces of paper that like somebody like wrote a note on that she like just kept, but it was like written on like a napkin or something. Like I don't know. It's very cute, but at the same time, it's very much like, I just think about, and this is morbid, so sorry, but like I think about whenever she dies and like my mom and her siblings having to go through all of that stuff. And it's like, oh my God. And apparently my grandpa said that like her mom, like my grandma's mom, was the same way. And my grandpa all the time tells my grandma, he's like, remember what happened when your mom died and you and all your siblings literally took all the stuff out to a field and burned it because there was just so much shit that you couldn't even like get rid of and donate and whatever. And she was like, oh wow. And so every time I come, she always tries to give me stuff and I take it. And my grandpa's like, just take it. Because he's so like non-materialistic. Like that man you could give him a shirt and a pair of jeans and no shoes and he would just be fine. Like, you know, he's just like he's just so low key and the opposite of high maintenance and just so much like, I don't know, just like I'll go fish for something. Like that's just him. And she's just so opposite, like doesn't go outside without like an umbrella because of the sun and like wears those like wristbands. She's so me in that regard where she like wears those like bug repellent wristbands and stuff. She's like doesn't want bugs around her and she's just like, I don't know. Her skin looks amazing though. Like for how old she is, she does not look. She looks like incredibly old because she just is so grandma coded. But like the quality of her skin is incredible because she's had no sun damage her entire life because that bitch is like SPF to the gods and like umbrella and hats and like all this stuff. Like she's so funny in that regard. But yeah, hoarder, the house down boots, but so organized. Like you would never know until you like started opening up stuff and you're like, oh grandma, this ketchup expired in 2012. And she's like, well, it could still be okay maybe one day if we need it. Because it's like unopened, like, you know what I'm saying? Like she bought like too many bottles of ketchup. And so it's like just sitting there and it's like brown. And she's like, well, we should just keep it just in case. In case what? You need to fucking fend off a zombie apocalypse with a toxic ketchup? Like, what do you mean? Just in case. Like, but that's just how she is, you know? And I think for me, I'm so the opposite. Like I do not hold on to shit at all. I have no physical attachment to things. And maybe that's why, because I don't know, like nobody in my family, I guess maybe my little brother is a bit sentimental when it comes to like physical things. But like for me, it's like if my parents redid my bedroom, I would not fucking care. I wouldn't be like, no, that's my bed from when I was in high school, guys. And I really like, every time I come home, I'm like, ew, can y'all fix this? Like, I hate that it is the like princess glam aesthetic that I was obsessed with in 2013. You know, the gray with the like blush pink, like, ugh, change this shit. But they don't, which is fine. But I wouldn't care if they did, I guess is what I'm saying, because I'm not sentimental about that stuff. I will say though, I am sentimental about stuff that like for this and for my last like YouTube channel podcast thing that I had, we got like a couple of things sent to us from viewers, and I have kept every single note, every single thing, like I keep it all. Like I have a note from like 2022, I think was the date on it, and it was literally just like a little note, and I keep all of that because that to me is so meaningful. But like if my fucking friend got me a card for my birthday, I'm like, thank you, I hold on to it for a couple days, like put it on display, and then I throw it away because like it's meaningful, but it's like not the same. Like, but all of this stuff, I keep all of it. Like all those stickers that Maya sent me, like I'm scared to use them because I don't want to destroy them. So like they're literally in my drawer on my desk. Like I can see them right there. And that type of stuff to me is like, that's where I hold sentimental stuff. So if you ever send me a letter or anything, or you want to, just trust and believe I will keep that until the day I fucking die. Because that means everything to me. Everything else, I'm like, I don't fucking care. Fucking, oh, I lost my whatever. Who cares? With this is crazy because I really was not planning to talk about hardly any of this stuff. But like, I don't know. I think talking about like the woman I met just kind of spurred me in a different direction than I meant to go. And I hope that you guys aren't too annoyed by this week's club meeting because it's kind of about nothing, but I'm having fun. Okay, so this is actually really important that you guys hear. So a few weeks ago, my parents were in town. We went to this restaurant. It's like a sandwich shop here, and they have this thing on their menu. It's like a side salad kind of thing that you can get. And if you know anything about me, like in real life, is I am not a salad person. Like I don't like bowls of stuff either. Like I'm not a type of person who likes to eat stuff that like every bite tastes the same. I've never been into like the big like I like kava and stuff like that, but like I can only have like a few bites and then I'm kind of over it. Like I don't know. I think it's just with me, food, I like it to be a bunch of different flavors. So when it all tastes the same, I don't really fuck with it. But I love Caesar salad. And so like that's like the like exclusion of the rule, right? It's like I don't like salads. A Caesar salad, that's not a salad, first of all. It's literally just like lettuce and cheese and dressing and bread. So I'm like, I'll be there. Sign me up. Matter of fact, give me 14. You know what I mean? Like it's like that shit is delicious. But I go to the sandwich place with my parents and they have this thing on the menu and it's like side Caesar salad. I'm like, oh, perfect. That'll go amazing with my fucking I got this crazy like beef sandwich and it was delicious, but it was like just clogged arteries type shit. My favorite, of course. So I get this side salad. We get home. I open it up and it's broccoli and cucumbers. And I was like, interesting. Did they give me the wrong thing? Because it looked like a broccoli salad, you know, with like mayonnaise. And I was like, ew, I really, really do not want that. But I smelled it. I was like, it smells like Caesar. So I'm eating it. You guys, my hyperfixation food for the last, when was that? Like a month ago? You guys, I eat this every single day. It's so fucking good. You have to make this. And there's so much fiber in it. And it's like if a Caesar salad was better than it already was, which you probably did not think could happen. I promise it's better. And I do not like raw broccoli. I think it's gross. I think it's like, I don't understand it. In the Caesar dressing, transforms it completely. It's not even giving broccoli anymore. It's just crunchy. The crunch of the broccoli and the crunch of the cucumber with the flavor of the Caesar dressing is like something that like, of course it's good, but like I would have never put that together because I just would never think to put like, because I don't like raw broccoli, right? So I would have never done this. It's so fucking good. You have to do it. theirs was way better than mine because like theirs was like homemade Caesar dressing. So like you could totally do that. I just have like the fucking, it's like low fat Caesar dressing, some bullshit we had in our fridge. Like I definitely did not buy it. Like it's just something, because I don't eat salad. So it's like something that my roommate probably bought forever ago. And it's like a Newman's Own or whatever that brand is what I'm using. Use any kind you like. But it's just chop up a bunch of broccoli, cucumbers, Caesar dressing, shredded, like shred your own Parmesan on it, or at least buy like shredded Parmesan. Don't do like the bullshit grated kind from like that's in the craft like pantry aisle. Don't use that. I think that would not be the same vibe. Use real Parmesan because that helps so much with like, it binds so well to the broccoli and whatever. And then I add some red pepper flakes in there for a little something else, but you don't have to do that, obviously. You guys, addictive. If you like salty, crunchy, like whatever, this salad, it will be your new tea. Like you will be like, this is fucking amazing. Also, it has so much fiber in it. I've been feeling so much better because I'm eating fucking greens every day. Does it have Caesar dressing and cheese on it? Yeah, of course. I'm not a freak. I'm just gonna eat raw vegetables for the fucking shit of it. But oh my God, it has been getting me to eat my greens and like, I crave it. It's so good. The crunch is so good. But I had to share that with you guys because it's so amazing. You could add breadcrumbs to it. I don't, just because I don't even want to bother. Like it's so crunchy. It's like you don't even need the breadcrumbs. If anything, what I would do instead of doing like full bit, wait, is that called a breadcrumb in a salad? Crouton. Hello. Breadcrumbs. Instead of a crouton, what I would do is get panko breadcrumbs, throw some olive oil on it, season it up, and toast it in the oven, and then sprinkle those. So every bite has like a little grain of the breadcrumb instead of just like full breadcrumbs, because it's so crunchy. It's like you don't want a big crunchy breadcrumb, if that makes sense. So anyways, try that. Let me know what you think. It is, it's so good. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to make it when I go home for Thanksgiving. The salad I had originally had red onions in it too, which if that's your prerogative, go for it. I'm just like, I just don't feel like eating onions a lot of the time, especially raw onions, because I hate when my breath smells bad. Like, and I feel like a red onion, if you don't like pickle them or soak them in water or something, like raw red onion is like you're gonna be like speaking like SpongeBob in the Sunday episode where he thought he was ugly for like 2 days, and like I can't do that. Like I don't know. So try that. Let me know what you think. Rated 1 through 10. I think it's a 10, but y'all let me know. At the end of every club meeting, I hate to end it here because I have a couple other things I want to talk about, but I'll just save those for the next club meeting, girl. Like I know this is going to go too long if I keep yapping, and I don't know. I feel just so good right now, and I had some other stuff to talk about that was a bit negative, and I'm like, I don't even want to. So let's not even get there. Let's just have a good one today and make more people on the internet think I'm high because I'm happy. So every week on the Instagram, if you're not following the Instagram, go follow the IG. It's thegirlsclub.pod on Instagram. Every week I post a question out there. The club members write in to it, and at the end of every club meeting, we talk about it. So this week, the question was, when do you start decorating for Christmas / the holidays? Because not everybody's a Christmas celebrator. I feel like Christmas, even though it's like associated with like Christianity because of Jesus or whatever, to me, Christmas is more of a capitalistic holiday with the way that Americans celebrate it with like Santa Claus and shit. So like, I don't feel like it's really a Christian holiday, if I'm being honest, unless like if you put a tree up in your house, it's not a Christian holiday, babe. You're celebrating the little Saint Nick, AKA Mr. Moneybags, capitalism, babe. And that's what we're all celebrating. But I'm just saying, like, don't make it about God. If you got a Christmas tree in your house and you're putting presents under it and telling your kids about Santa Claus, just make it Christmas and make it fun, make it cute. And so I said, yeah, when do you start decorating for Christmas / the holidays? Because me and my roommate were like, maybe we should like low-key put Christmas decorations up this weekend or something fucking crazy. I don't know. Because I'm going to be gone for a good chunk of time around Christmas and around Thanksgiving because I'm just going to go home and do my thing there. So we were just like, we want to still enjoy the decorations, you know? So I was just wondering, because I'm like, is it too early? And I know people have like strong opinions about this. I used to, when I was younger, be like, if you put your decorations up before Thanksgiving, you're fucking crazy. Like, let Thanksgiving have its moment. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about Thanksgiving, to be quite frank. Like, my family doesn't even eat Thanksgiving food on Thanksgiving because I think it's gross, and I've boycotted turkey for 10 years now because I think turkey is weird. I don't know why we eat turkey. It's like what it would be like if we ate deer and it was just normal. It's like, no, I'm not gonna act like turkey tastes good. It tastes like I'm eating game, and I don't like that. I don't like that it tastes like a wild animal. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. It's bad. It's so much effort to do, and it never tastes as good as a fucking chicken. So my family, we just do steakhouse food, and last year we did braised short ribs on a potato leek puree. Thinking about that right now. But anyways, I used to be like, no, get like I don't care about Thanksgiving. So now I'm just like, I don't think it's too soon. I don't know. I would say mid-November. You're good to give it the green light. Because I also am like a strict like Jan 1, shit's got to go. Like, I do not like Christmas stuff up after January 1st. Like, that to me is corny, cheesy. I'm not here for it. So that's why I'm like, let's do it early. But I see why people don't like that. So let's see what y'all said. Never earlier than Thanksgiving because no. Immediately clocked my tea. I think it goes both ways because something is really nice if you do like a traditional Thanksgiving like dinner with your family and something or and stuff. Like, something's really nice about having like Christmas lights during that, because the only other time you get to do that like with your whole family is like Christmas time. So I don't know. I think just for me, I like it because I'm not home really often. So it feels very nostalgic to have the Christmas lights up at Thanksgiving. And my family, my whole life has been like, they don't put Christmas stuff up until after Thanksgiving, but it's like the day after everything goes up, and it's like everybody has to help. But this year my family's doing like a little family reunion thing with my dad's side of the family. So I think we're going to have to decorate before because that's like the day after Thanksgiving. And so I think my dad wants the decorations up for that. So it's like we can take pictures and stuff, but I don't know. So I get it. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, it's nice to have two dinners in that. The day after Thanksgiving. Yep. November 30th. Okay. November 1st. Yeah. I feel like that's fine. No, November 1st is kind of early, actually. Like the day after Halloween. Come on. But I still like, I think mid-November, you're good to go. And then somebody said December 1st. That's too late, girl. That's too late. You only have like 25 days to celebrate. I need more. Give me more. Because by the time December 1st is there, it's basically Christmas Day, you know? So like we have to have the shit already up and ready to go. But anyways, let me know. When do you put your Christmas decorations up? Do you celebrate Christmas or maybe your holiday decorations in general or whatever? But anyways, love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. Again, please subscribe to my channel. New video coming out the 21st. Very excited about it. Having a lot of fun making it. So subscribe now so you don't miss it. And I will see you in next week's club meeting. Bye.
The Girls Club, the Girls Club, the Girls Club. The Girls Club, the Girls Club, the Girls Club. It's my club and I'm a girl, yeah.